All right, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the Judiciary Committee public hearing for Friday, February 20th, 2026. We are back for day 2 of judicial reconfirmation hearings. We will begin by calling up each of the nominees individually. When you come up, if you could remain standing and raise your right hand so I can administer the oath. Then we're happy to hear a brief opening statement, emphasis on brief, and then we will have questions from the committee as the case may be. All right, we will start with the nominations to be a senior judge of the Superior Court. I'll start with the Honorable Susan Quinn Cobb of West Hartford. Judge Cobb, whenever you're ready, come on up. You actually have the hard job, Judge. You got to turn on the microphone in front of you there. Great, perfect. And if you could raise your right hand for me, do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information you provide to this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready.
Good morning, Chairpersons Winfield, Staffstrom, ranking members Kissel and Fishbein, and members of the Judiciary Committee. My name is Susan Quinn Cobb. I want to thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today in consideration of my renomination as a senior judge to the Superior Court. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Governor Lamont for nominating me to serve for what hopefully will be my third term. I was first appointed to the bench on May 5th, 2010. For the past 8 of those years, I've been assigned to the Hartford Judicial District in the Civil Division. During this time, I have served as a trial judge, the presiding judge for the Civil Division, and the administrative judge for the district. I took senior status last January, and since that time, have continued to serve in Hartford as a civil judge. Although I work a reduced schedule and have, as a senior judge, I continue to do all types of civil matters, including court and jury trials, hearings, mediations, pretrials, disciplinary matters. I also step in as acting presiding judge when our presiding judge is unavailable. I cover various dockets when the full-time judges are unavailable, including short calendar and foreclosures. It has been a privilege and an honor to serve the people of the state of Connecticut as a Superior Court judge for the past 16 years. And with your approval, I hope to continue to serve as a senior judge. I would be happy to answer any questions you may have for me.
Yep. Start with Senator Kissel.
Thank you very much, Chairman Staffstrom. Congratulations, Your Honor. Have no doubt that you'll sail right through the process. And thank you for your service to the people of the state of Connecticut. I just had one question. It's more logistical. You said you work a reduced schedule. How does that get worked out with the branch? Is it like you have a year and there's certain periods of time you want to have to do other things, or is it sort of at their determination? How does that work?
Well, it's a combination of both. I generally work 3 days a week, and I try to give the case law office my schedule in advance. So if I'm going to be going away, I let them know, and then they work around me. But I do have a set schedule. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of every single week. Unless they need me more, then I will come in more. I'm very flexible about that. But it's kind of a combination of their needs and when I'm available.
Thank you for that answer. And, you know, because some of my constituents sometimes have questions about that. We do have that mandatory 70 years and in retirement, but I have found that, you know, especially if you're healthy and you want to, and you're rigorous and you want to continue to give to the people, that you guys are tremendous assets to the branch and to the efficient movement of the cases. And attainment of justice. So thank you for your continued service to the people of the state of Connecticut. And again, congratulations. And I think I want to also acknowledge Governor Lamont for all his renominations. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Art.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your renomination. I just had a really, really technical question. Your questionnaire was not signed, the responses. It
Really?
merely has your name typed in. Everybody else had a handwritten signature. Was there some sort of technical issue there? Or?
No, I believe that I thought I submitted it remotely.
Okay. I think it's the only one that I'm just, do you reaffirm everything that's in your
Absolutely.
questionnaire? And I just,
Yes, absolutely.
just want the branch to be able to rely upon it and, all
And
that stuff.
if I need to sign it, I'm happy to do so.
No, just a highly technical sort of situation. So, but thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any further questions or comments from the committee? Further comments or questions? If not, Judge Cobb, thanks for being with us
Thank
this
you.
morning. Congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
Next up will be the Honorable James Sicilian. You could raise your right hand for me. Do swear or affirm as the case may be that the information provided this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Co-Chairs Winfield and Staffstrom, and ranking members Kissel and Fishbein, and distinguished members of this committee. My name is Jim Sicilian. It has been an honor to be renominated or nominated for a reappointment by Governor Lamont, and I very much appreciate the opportunity to address this committee. My first assignment as a judge was to the Judicial District of Tolland, where I served for approximately 3 years. Initially, I was principally responsible for the GA court docket and the housing session, and I also assisted a bit in the civil court there. I was later given primary responsibility for the civil docket in Tolland, but while serving in that district, I also occasionally sat in the juvenile court and in the family court, and I did a small amount of work on habeas cases. In September of 2021, I was assigned to the civil court in the Judicial District of Hartford, where I remain assigned. As a judge there, I was responsible for trials, motions, and pretrial proceedings in a wide range of civil cases. I took senior status as of January 2024, and my work as a senior judge has been primarily handling pretrial settlement conferences and mediations under the Judicial Alternative Dispute Resolution Program. During my term, I served as a member of the Attorney Assistance Advisory Committee, and in that capacity as a member of the Board of Lawyers Concerned for Lawyers. I also served as a member of the Judicial Branch Civil Jury Instructions Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Senator Kissel.
Thank you very much, Chairman Staffstrom. Just one quick question. When you were in Tolland, and that was back in the day when I was practicing in private practice up in Enfield, that was one of my go-to courts. I really enjoyed working in Rockville. Were you there with Judge Maczarowski?
Yes.
That court had 2 great judges and probably more. So again, congratulations, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Senator.
Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you.
There's a portion of your backup that I just want to ask. In response to question number 10, you currently, well, at least at the time of the response, which
Yes.
I think it was October, it says that you currently worked 1 day per week on average, and that you expect to work more frequently in the coming months.
Yes,
If you
sir.
could just explain why you would anticipate working more frequently.
When I took senior status, in consultation with the presiding judge, I volunteered to handle primarily mediations. And the way I'm assigned mediations is typically a request comes in from the litigants. They may ask for a particular judge or several judges. Case flow directs those to me and schedules those for me. So I don't have a regular schedule for those matters. I come in when when the parties are available to have those mediations. More recently, Judge Morgan, who's the presiding judge in the civil court now, has made some changes such that I will be in on a more regular schedule every Thursday handling pretrials and settlement conferences primarily, including matters that are referred to me off of the special proceedings docket. So I expect to have a more regular schedule this year than I've had in the past year.
And are you available for family mediations also?
I certainly would be available. I've not ever been requested to do a family mediation. I've only served very, very briefly in Tolland as a sort of as a fill-in when the regular family judge was not available. So I haven't really sat in the family court for any significant amount of time.
Okay. All right. No, I appreciate that. No, I'm familiar with the mediation program. I think when it first started out, there was like 3 judges on the list. And it just so happens I have a very complex case, and I got the other side recently to agree to at least try that. And I accessed the list, and there's like 35 judges on there. And I thought that was great. So we ended up with a federal court judge mediating that particular matter. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Further questions or comments from the committee? Further questions or comments? If not,
Thank
Judge
you.
Sisson, congratulations. All right, we are going to move on to our nominees for state referee, the Honorable John Alander of Hamden. Morning, how are you? You raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided to this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury? Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready, we'll take an opening statement.
Thank you. Good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Stastrom, Senator Kissel, and Representative Fishbein, and distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. I appreciate the opportunity to appear before you today, and I want to thank Governor Lamont for submitting my nomination to you. I have served as a Superior Court judge for the last 30 years, and most recently as a judge trial referee for the past 2.5 years. I've been fortunate to have handled a wide variety of assignments during my career on the bench. I've presided over civil, family, and juvenile matters and been assigned to the complex litigation docket. For 16 years, I presided over Part A criminal trials. I currently handle family matters and occasionally civil matters in the Judicial District of New Haven. It has been a distinct honor and privilege to have served the people of the state of Connecticut as a Superior Court judge, and I hope that you will look favorably upon my renomination. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have for me.
Judge, let me just ask, obviously you've served in sort of all 4 divisions. What was your background before going onto the bench?
Well, I was a legal aid lawyer at New Haven Legal Assistance, then became executive director of that agency. I think it was about 5 years. Then I was tapped by Governor Weicker to serve as commissioner of, for those of you who remember, the Department of Human Resources that eventually was merged with the Department of Income Maintenance and became the Department of Social Services. So my tenure as a commissioner came to an end, and Governor Weicker was kind enough to appoint me to the bench at that time.
So with that background, how did you develop the skill set to sort of serve in such a wide variety of positions kind of throughout the branch?
You've got to be willing to learn. The great thing about being a judge is you learn something new every single day. And if you're willing to be open-minded and learn from the lawyers in front of you and your colleagues on the bench, you eventually figure it out. I think it's nice to move around in different specialties. I think it keeps you fresh, keeps you young, and keeps you from getting routinized. You see things from a fresh perspective when you move among assignments. And I found it very rewarding and have been blessed to be able to do that. That's the nice thing about Connecticut. You get to move around, both substantively and geographically.
Excellent. Thank you. Further questions, Representative Fishman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, Judge, on your renomination. I had never been before you. I had heard about you for years.
You never know whether that's good or bad, but
Well, and I
Take it from us, we know.
I'd walk by courtrooms and I'd see you on the bench and I was like, when will I ever be before him? And I saw you come up on the list. I don't know a lot about him. And
except he's tall, right?
that is true. Yeah, no, and that's a powerful thing. So as you probably recall, about 3 weeks ago, I went to New Haven Court and I thought I had Judge Spader and I had prepared for Judge Spader and and case file says go upstairs to Judge Aylander. And we started the hearing and I was impressed and we ended up resolving it midstream and I learned about Judge Aylander that day. So I'm glad that we were able to have that exchange and I was able to see how you operate and I appreciate you helping us to resolve that case ultimately. And once again, congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you very much.
Further questions or comments from the committee? Further questions or comments? If not, congratulations on your
Thank you.
nomination. The Honorable Thomas Bishop. If you could raise your right hand for me, Judge. Do you swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thanks. Have a seat and whenever you're ready.
Well, good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Stastrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, honorable members of the Judiciary Committee. Thank you for this opportunity to appear before you today, and I'm certainly thankful to Governor Lamont for having placed my name before you for consideration for another term. I was first appointed to the Superior Court in 1994, where I served until 2001, when I was then appointed to the Appellate Court, where I continued until I aged out. During that time, I chaired the Evidence Oversight Committee of the Supreme Court, that body of lawyers and judges who make recommendations for the development of our Code of Evidence. I taught for 20 years as an adjunct member of the faculty at the University of Connecticut. But now, as JTR, I continue working in the Appellate Court, hearing cases from time to time as appointed to do so by Chief Judge Cradle, who actually sat yesterday and heard 3 cases. And I'm now doing that, hearing about 3 appeals a month. In addition to hearing cases, I have 2 other assignments. Together with 2 other judges, we review cases that have been teed up for hearing that are ready to go to see if any of those cases should be immediately sent to the Supreme Court. We divide that list up and make those recommendations. Secondly, I am one of 3 judges who review petitions for certification to appeal from land use cases. As you may know, in the zoning area, particularly somebody unhappy with the zoning commission has the right to appeal to the Superior Court. The Superior Court judge makes a decision and there's no appeal from that as a matter of right to the Appellate Court. One has the ability to file a petition for certification to appeal. I review those petitions and then with the help of a law clerk, prepare a memo for the benefit of the members of the Appellate Court, which I recommend that the petition either be granted or denied. And of course, I do my share of pre-argument conferences. And in my Norwich chambers, I'm from Southeast Connecticut, Stonington, I conduct mediations, and those are family and civil mediations. I very much enjoy doing that work. I taught mediation for a very long time at the University of Connecticut Law School. And I particularly enjoy in the family area, if I'm able to help a couple come to resolution, particularly if they have children, to settle things as they plan for their life post-divorce. I think the sitting judges in Norwich are happy that I'm there, mediating civil and family cases, and I hope the litigants find that to be worthwhile as well. I love this work. I hope you'll give me the opportunity to continue doing it for a while longer. Happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Judge. Questions from the committee? All right, I got one. I see you're a graduate of the University of Notre Dame,
Yes, sir.
as is our distinguished vice chairman of the committee, and I happen to be a fairly big Notre Dame football fan. So the
Go
question we
ahead.
have for you is, which choice word did you use when you found out Notre Dame got snubbed out of the college football playoffs?
Can we bleep that?
Yes, good enough. Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank
That
you,
was the
sir.
right answer to the question. Any further questions? If not, thank you for your service to the state.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Next up will be the Honorable John Carabinel. Do you swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided to this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under penalty of perjury?
I certainly do.
Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready.
Good morning, everyone. Chairman Staffstrom, Ranking Members Kissel, Fishbein, members of this esteemed committee. My name is Jay Carbonell. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to speak with you. I'm also greatly indebted to Governor Lamont for renominating me to be a Superior Court judge. I was born and raised in Salisbury and Lakeville, Connecticut, but I've lived in East Lyme with my wife Holly since 1984. We happily raised our 3 children there as I pursued a general practice of law. I was first nominated in 2010 by Governor Rell, and I initially served in Hartford's GA 14, but I chose to shift to the family bench. And I sat in the Hartford, Norwich, and New Britain family courts for a total of 8 years. I was the presiding family judge for New Britain in 2016, and in Norwich for 2017, 2018, and part of 2019. In September 2019, I became the Willimantic Juvenile Court's presiding judge for the remainder of 2019 and parts of 2020, of course, the pandemic, and 2021. I elected senior status effective December 31st, 2020, and I turned 70 this past May. Serving the people of Connecticut as a Superior Court judge has been the highest honor of my life. I'm indebted to so many for their unflagging support. First, of course, my wife Holly, my kids and grandchildren, but others, judges, clerks, marshals, monitors, they all gave of their time and effort to teach, guide, and assist me. I heard Judge Olander's answer about how do you learn, how do you listen. You don't just listen to judges, although that's a great resource, of course, but you listen to the people around you because they have eyes and ears and perspectives. And it's a source of great learning. It has been for me. I'm so grateful to all of those people. I'm seeking one further term so that I may continue to pay forward all those who reach back to help me. If you approve, I'll continue to serve to the best of my ability. I feel I owe that to the people of the state, certainly my family, and my many, many, many mentors, colleagues, and friends. I thank you for your time, and if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Questions from the committee? Other questions? Seeing none, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you very much.
All right, next up will be the Honorable Susan Karen. Do swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great, have a seat whenever you're ready.
Good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and the distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. I appreciate this time to appear before you today. I'd also like to thank Governor Lamont for nominating me for my first term as a judge trial referee. Since my initial appointment to the bench in 2018, I served in New Britain for 4 years and in Rockville for the last 3.5 years. My first few months, I was assigned to the criminal court. However, the vast majority of my time, I have served as a judge in family court. As a family court judge, I hear and decide complex financial cases, custody and visitation issues, including applications for emergency orders of custody, child support and alimony cases, restraining orders, and various pendente litis and post-judgment motions. I also conduct divorce and custody pretrials in an attempt to settle cases. Rockville is a block assignment, so that on occasion I have assisted with the civil docket, handling foreclosure procedures and hearing applications for civil protective orders. I was a line judge from my initial appointment in the spring of 2018 until the spring of 2022 when I took senior status. As of February 9th of this year, I am a judge trial referee. And while my titles have changed and I'm not working 5 days a week, my assignments and the kinds of cases I hear have remained the same. I feel very fortunate to have such a challenging and a rewarding job, and I hope to have the opportunity to continue to serve the residents of the state of Connecticut. Thank you for your consideration of my nomination to be reappointed to the bench. I welcome any questions that you might have for me.
Questions from the committee? Representative Fishman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not really a question, more of a comment. You brought something to my attention through your backup. We do ask about complaints that have been filed against judges. And you had a very unusual situation. It wasn't a direct complaint, but it was a complaint to the CHRO, which was disposed of to your benefit.
That's correct.
But it's something that I didn't think of when we were redoing the questionnaires. We never even talked about. So I thank you for, at least at the beginning of today, the first thing that I've learned today. So that's it. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks for pointing that out, Representative Osborne.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, Your Honor. It's a pleasure to see you. Congratulations on your renomination. I am particularly interested in shock and surprise family court. And one of the things that I struggle with is how can I be of the highest and best use and service toward making the family court experience better for the average person who has to become involved in that situation. And one of the things that I have discovered here is that there's only so much that we can do through legislation, right? Oftentimes it is not the law or the rule of practice. Sometimes it's the rule of practice that needs to be tweaked. But it is the benefit of an experienced judge or an experienced family court attorney who can understand what's actually happening in front of them in a way that the law doesn't explain. And some of these things are very nuanced and difficult to understand if you don't have extensive experience in family law already, such as, discovery abuse or litigation abuse that might be occurring before you. And having a judge who is experienced as a practitioner to understand the gamesmanship, the tactics that can be going on in front of you, in my opinion, is probably very helpful. But I'm wondering what advice or what observations you can offer to other judges who may be coming to the family bench. And I know you have this skill because I've been before you, Your Honor. So what observations can you offer to people who are placed in family court who may not have the benefit of that experience to understanding what is before them so that they can experience or improve the experience of the litigants before them. And that includes cutting down on repetitive, unnecessary, or abusive litigation tactics.
I agree with your observation. I had 30 years of private practice, mostly family, before I went on the bench. So I have that perspective. And I try to keep that in mind when litigants are before me. I think the attorneys serve as a buffer. They give the information to their clients. And I think their clients feel a little bit more prepared in the courtroom. So that I'm always very conscious of self-represented individuals. I try to give them as much information as possible. I explain to them what the procedure is like, what's expected of them in the courtroom. I oftentimes explain to them what resources might be available to them, such as family relations or the court services center, so that I'm mindful of giving information to them. And then when I have hearings with self-represented individuals, I try to give them a little bit of leeway in terms of when they make some mistakes in terms of evidence production, things of that nature. Once again, instructing them as to the appropriate way to go. So I do think that family judges do have to be very, very sensitive to that because we have so many self-represented individuals that are coming before us.
May I ask a follow-up question, Your Honor? Mr. Chairman, sorry, I have it right now. So specifically, and thank you for that observation because there are so many self-represented parties in family court. But when you're dealing with a case where you have perhaps two represented parties in front of you, there are things that attorneys can do to drag out a case, to make a case take longer, cost more, whether that's for the attorney's benefit or whether that is for the benefit of the party who they represent, because eventually somebody will get starved into submission, right? And that's a tactic that I particularly abhor. What observations can you offer to future judges on how to spot that? And A, how to spot it, and B, what you might be able to do to streamline that process, to prevent that, because that is not something that we sitting here in judiciary can write a new law about. It's not the law that is the problem. It's the way it is being weaponized.
So I think the Pathways Project, which you're probably familiar with, has helped to cut down on some of that, because when we had the short calendar model, there were lots and lots of motions, and oftentimes repetitive motions and perhaps discovery abuse motions. With Pathways, the idea was to cut down on the number of times that you're coming to court, so that if there are some repetitive times where you're seeing that attorneys are filing more motions than you might expect, one of the things that I would probably do is ask the attorneys the next time they're in my courtroom to come into my chambers, and we have a kind of a heart-to-heart as to what is going on here, what is your ultimate objective, how do we get to that without doing a weaving? How do we get to the direct line of, if you're looking for something specific, let's just go ahead and figure that out and get it to you. So I think I would probably start with a fairly candid conversation with two attorneys in my chambers.
That is a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much for that observation. I'm sure it'll be helpful to other judges coming up as well. And thank you very much for being here today. And congratulations again on renomination. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Further questions or comments from the committee? Seeing none, congratulations. Thanks for being with us this morning. All right, next will be Robert DeAndrea, and the record will know Representative Osborne is recusing herself.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you could raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information provided this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready, we will take your opening statement.
Thank you and good morning. Good morning, Mr. Chairman Winfield, Chairman Representative Staffstrom, Ranking Member Senator Kissel, and Ranking Member Representative Fishbein, and all the distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. My name is Robert A. DeAndrea, and I am honored to be here today. I would like to thank Governor Lamont for nominating me for my first term as a judge trial referee. I would also like to thank Governor Malloy for nominating me for my first term, and this committee and the entire legislature for approving me 8 years ago. Every day I put on the robe, I am cognizant of the need to listen carefully to the parties treat everyone before me with fairly and with respect, to prepare the docket each day thoroughly, then I timely take the bench and decide cases promptly in accordance with the applicable law, regardless of whether type or magnitude of the case I am hearing. My first assignment was in the Judicial District of Danbury in June of 2018. It was a block assignment. We judges were required to do a little criminal, family, civil, and housing dockets, but my role was predominantly in the criminal court. In addition to sitting on the bench for the daily criminal docket, I handled criminal pretrials and, when needed, criminal jury trials. I also had the regular civil short calendar in addition to the criminal docket. In September of 2022, I was transferred to the Waterbury Judicial District for the civil docket. During my tenure there, I handled weekly short calendars, daily pretrials, status conferences, and a number of civil jury trials to completion. In September of 2024, I was transferred to the Litchfield District in Torrington. While this is a block assignment, the vast majority of the cases I handle from then to the present on each day are family matters, civil protective orders, temporary restraining orders. In addition, I will handle the criminal docket when needed and engage in criminal pretrials whenever needed from the daily docket. I feel deeply honored to have such a rewarding and challenging occupation, and I am thankful for the opportunity given to me each day and would like to continue the privilege of serving as a judge trial referee in a new term.
Representative Fishbein first, followed by Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Morning, Judge. Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to ask you, there appears at least on October 29, 2025, when you did your questionnaire to be an open outstanding complaint. What is the status of that?
The last one for the grievance that's been closed out.
Okay, and that was,
It was, I believe it was dismissed in November.
I didn't hear that.
I believe it was dismissed in November.
Okay, dismissed for no factual basis, something like that.
Same as the other.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to ask
Thank you.
about. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good to see you, Judge DeAndrea.
Pleasure, sir.
I had the pleasure of serving with you in Danbury for many years and was reminiscing on the way up during when COVID hit, you meeting us in various places for paperwork with protective garb, everyone with protective garb, but we had to do off hours. It just reminded me how hard you worked wherever you were to work with court staff to make sure the job got done and business got moved. So I was always impressed by that, and just the way you treated court staff, and that's always important to me, having people treat court staff with professionalism. And I see some of the complaints that were made. I think 4 of those made complaints against me too. So they were frequent flyers in Danbury court. But I just appreciate when I see a judge like you that I had the opportunity to serve with, and I know has made such an effort to have to be fair to the community, to be fair to this court staff. And I wish you the best, and I certainly support you.
Thank you, Representative Callahan. That means a great deal to me on 2 grounds. One, for the working relationship we had for many years, and also the fact that your dad as a judge and Chief Justice was a role model for us young attorneys. So
That's kind of you to say. Thanks very much. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Apparently, we're having microphone issues still up here.
2 days, got it done.
That's it.
Steve, you want me to turn it on for you, Steve?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on, we got it. All right, good. Well, now that we have a microphone, Judge, congratulations. Thank you for being with us today.
thank you so much.
All right, next will be Maureen Dennis.
Morning.
Morning, Judge. Do you swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided to this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Have a seat whenever you're ready.
Good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and all the distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Governor Lamont for nominating me to continue to serve as a judge trial referee. I was first appointed to the bench in September of 1994, and over the past 32 years have served in a variety of assignments, including criminal, family, juvenile, and housing in various locations throughout the state. including New Haven, Danbury, Torrington, Stamford, Norwalk, Waterbury, Bridgeport, Milford, and Durham. Currently, I serve as a judge trial referee in Bridgeport, where I preside over criminal matters. It's a privilege and an honor to continue to perform such a challenging and rewarding job. And I thank you very much for your time in considering me today and welcome any questions that you may have.
Questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments? If not, Judge Dennis, thanks for being with us. Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you very much.
Next up will be the Honorable John Driscoll. You swear or affirm the information provided this committee to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God under penalty of perjury. Great. Have a seat.
Thank you. Good morning. Representative Stafford, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. My name is John Driscoll. I'm honored to be given the opportunity to appear before you today, and I thank Governor Lamont for nominating me for reappointment for a 5th term as a judge of the Superior Court. I was appointed initially in September 1994. I served collectively approximately 1.5 years in GAs 14, 12, and 11, and served 1 year in the Wyndham Judicial District. For almost 30 years, I've had the privilege of being assigned to the Juvenile Division. I served 2 years as presiding judge of the Child Protection Session in Middletown, but almost all of my juvenile experience has been in the London Judicial District. Since my last reappointment, I have been assigned exclusively to the Waterford Juvenile Court, where I was presiding judge until August 2020, when I turned 70. Since then, I have served there as a judge trial referee, and in my juvenile assignments, I have had the opportunity to sit on both child protection and delinquency cases. The assignment can be challenging, but it is most rewarding. I hope to continue to serve the citizens of our state for an additional term. I thank you for your consideration, and I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Questions from the committee? Seeing none, Judge, let me just compliment you. I complimented somebody yesterday. I said or I guess Wednesday it was, where we get the performance evaluation summaries and folks where practitioners comment on how judges do in their comportment, legal ability, and management skills. And I said to somebody on Wednesday, I think it was the first time I'd ever seen somebody who got 100% on their comportment score. Well, you must be the second person I've ever seen get 100 on their comportment score. So congratulations on that. I would know not only did you get 100 on comportment, you also got a perfect score on legal ability as well. So true testament to you, and congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you.
Next up will be the Honorable Dennis Everly. Judge Everly, if you could raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information provided this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury? Great. Whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Thank you. Senator Winfield, Representative Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and honorable members of the Judiciary Committee. Good morning. My name is Dennis Everly. I'm honored to have this opportunity to appear before you today. I would like to thank Governor Lamont for nominating me for another term as a judge trial referee. I've had the distinct privilege to serve as a judge for over 27 years. I am currently sitting on the appellate court. I'm also in charge of the pre-argument conference program for the appellate system, in which we attempt to resolve appellate cases primarily before the briefing stage. I sit in New Haven hearing both pre-argument conferences, pre-trials, and mediations. I would be most grateful to serve another term. I am happy to answer any questions, and I thank the committee for its consideration.
Start with Representative Fishbein, followed by Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you about the PAC process. So my experience with PACs is that I've had to come to Hartford. And you indicated that you're meeting with litigants in New Haven?
Yes.
Okay, so is that something new that,
Not to my knowledge, since I've been in charge, I've been hearing cases and they're heard all over the state, really. And if you have a particular difficulty in traveling, if you let that be known to the staff attorneys, normally they will contact me and we try to accommodate the attorneys.
okay, I just, I don't do a lot of that. It appears during the last year or so, I've had a lot of work before the appellate court. That's just my experience. The last one I had, not every appeal goes to a PAC, recognize that. The last one I had was a Middletown case, and that one, once again, I went to Hartford. So I just, learning something every day.
I am also. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Judge Everly, good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
I remember seeing you in the halls of Danbury and looking up to you, literally. But your career has been distinguished. And I just recall working with you and how you, again, as I mentioned with Judge DeAndrea, worked with court staff so well. And we're all just trying to work towards moving the calendar and do the best job we can. And you were a proponent of that and always treated everyone with the same value. So I appreciate that. And it's good to see you today. And I certainly am happy to support you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Further questions or comments from the committee? If not, congratulations, Judge Everly.
Thank you very much.
Judge Gennaro. Judge, you swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready.
Good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. I wish to thank Governor Lamont for submitting my name for reappointment as a judge trial referee, and wish to thank the members of this committee for providing me this opportunity to testify. By way of background, I have served as a Superior Court judge since May of 2010. While serving as a Superior Court judge, I have primarily served on the civil side of the docket, including multiple years on Stanford's complex litigation docket. I have also served a year on the criminal side and have occasionally volunteered to assist in family and housing matters. I served as Chief Administrative Judge of the Stanford Courthouse and as Presiding Judge of the Stanford Civil Docket. During my time on the bench, I have handled jury trials, courtside trials, special proceedings, foreclosures, mediations, pre-trials, and pre-appellate conferences. Since I turned 70 in 2022, I have been fortunate to serve as a judge trial referee. In that capacity, I performed many of the same functions I did as a Superior Court judge. In 2025, with the consent of counsel and the parties, I presided over several jury trials, including 2 complex medical malpractice trials. In 2026, I have continued to preside over courtside trials, special proceedings, the foreclosure docket, pre-trials, mediations, and pre-appellate conferences. I remain an active participant in the Stanford Courthouse and enjoy handling the various matters as they are assigned to me. I believe that I am still an asset to the judicial branch, and with your approval, would like to continue to serve. During my time with the judicial branch, I have been a 13-year member of the Board of Directors of Open Doors, a Norwalk nonprofit agency that renders many anti-poverty services, including shelter, housing, food, and employment services. I am still a member of its advisory board. On a personal note, I've been married to Mary Ann since 1983. We have 4 sons, 4 daughters-in-law, and 5 very special grandchildren. Thank you for this opportunity, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
Senator Kissel.
Thank you very much, Chairman Staffstrom. Well, Judge Gennaro, I can't believe it's been 16 years now since you became a judge. I remember serving with you in the Senate for many, many years, and I've never forgotten two particular matters from over 30 years ago. One time coming and talking to my constituents in Enfield about education issues, and the other one when you were the Senate Chair of Appropriations, finding just enough dollars to help the Enfield Dial-A-Ride for seniors continue functioning, and that was extremely important in the mid-1990s. You've had an illustrious career as a public servant in various capacities. You're one of those rare individuals that have served in all three branches of government. I remember when you were the Secretary of the Office of Policy and Management. You did an incredibly good job, fair and balanced, not overtly partisan. And you've brought that same balanced and measured approach to issues as your tenure continues on the bench. And I've had the opportunity to come before you, thankfully via Zoom, for matters on the foreclosure docket down in Stamford. And I can personally testify that all those fine qualities that I knew over 30 years ago, you continue to have. And I can't believe you're either 73 or 74 because you are still sharp as a whip. And it's wonderful to see you continuing to do something that you love. You loved it like after the first year you were there. I remember bumping into you in the parking lot in front of the Capitol saying, "Hey, John, you should check this out. This is an awesome job." And I think some of my Democratic colleagues in the Senate would wish I would move along and maybe put some papers in, but I'm already aging out as I'm doing probably the job that I love the most, without a doubt. And I think I'm exactly where God wants me to be. And I can say the same about you. So congratulations. I think Governor Lamont hit this one out of the park. And I look forward to seeing you continue to serve the people of Connecticut. And again, congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for those kind remarks, Senator Kissel. And I do remember that evening up in Enfield. And I also remember that leaving that meeting with the distinct impression that your constituents were very happy that you represented them as opposed to me.
Further questions or comments from the committee? Representative O'Day, I believe, is joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Representative O'Day, are you feeling any better?
Unfortunately, it's still sticking around, so I apologize, but thankfully I'm not putting anyone else at risk. So sorry I'm not there in person.
No, we appreciate that.
But Your Honor, good to see you. I do want to tell a story briefly about what a fine jurist Judge Denario is. I had tried a case in front of him. It was a very difficult partnership case, partner dissolution case. And I had to physically restrain, I was second chair, and I had to physically restrain the lead attorney because they got an argument. It was the first time I ever had the marshals run into the chambers. And Judge Denario was calm as a cucumber. He literally oversaw that difficult case where the attorneys did not get along in such a professional way. And he is literally the preeminent jurist in Fairfield County, in my humble opinion. And the good ranking member stole some of my thunder, but talk about a public servant. There has been none finer than Judge Denario. From serving as a state rep to a state senator, OPM secretary, and to one of the finest judges that I think has been in Fairfield County in the state. You've given quite a legacy to those of us who admire you. So thank you for your years of service. And I was going to talk on almost every one of these judges that have come up because they're all outstanding. And I would love to make an oral motion that Representative Godfrey, I sure under Mason's rules will second, that we amend the state constitution that I carry in my pocket. Article 5, Section 6, that the retirement age for judges be lifted to whatever age that the Honorable Robert L. Denario is at the time. I don't know if that oral motion is appropriate, but I'll withdraw it, but simply say thank you, Your Honor, for your years of service to the state in so many different ways. And to all the judges that are coming here before us, I wish I was there to say thank you to you all for your years of service. And I truly do believe, Mr. Chair, in all seriousness, we need to change the date of mandatory retirement. These judges should be before helping us because their experience cannot be replaced. So thank you, Your Honor, and thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for those kind remarks, Representative O'Day.
Representative Day, we could certainly talk about that, although my guess is a couple of may object to that, but we'll see. We could have that conversation. But Judge Nerio, obviously I've had the opportunity to appear before you in your time down at Stanford. I'll second the comments of my colleagues and wish you all the best. Congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Steve,
right.
Representative Godfrey is seconding my motion, I think. Hold on.
I don't think you need me for that.
You probably not. He's rightfully running away from the table.
It's not it's a good idea. I've been waiting for years for some judge to actually challenge it under the federal constitution. But if I may, Mr. Chairman,
Judge Gennaro, if you could come back up, I think Representative Godfrey does.
I'm about to say nice.
Does
things
want to
about
harass
him.
you.
I'm about to say nice things about him. I had, of course, the honor when he was in the General Assembly to serve with him. He was one of the feet on the ground. He represented Norwalk, as my memory serves. Very, very much attuned to constituencies, to what was going on, to the big issues of the day. He is clearly, having served in all three branches, a highly unusual part of anybody's resume. But I wanted to remind everybody of a little story, if I may. The Senate, when he was in there, was debating an extremely controversial bill. And he was kind of the deciding vote. But I think his wife was expecting their first child, if my memory serves me. And it was her due date. And he so badly wanted to get home. And it was one of the few times I actually saw Republicans and Democrats in the state Senate agree to curtail the debate so that the judge could go home. I think that was a very high water mark of civility and certainly compassion in the state Senate and the General Assembly. I wanted to congratulate him. He has my full support. He's been doing a great job in all three branches. And Godspeed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for those kind comments.
All right, Judge, I think now you're off the hot seat. All right, I'm gonna, speaking of Stanford, I'm gonna exercise a little bit of chair prerogative here, given the drive, and I'm gonna invite Judge Kavanewski to come up.
Thanks. I'll take the oath.
Judge, do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information provided this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under penalty of perjury?
I do. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Good morning. Good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Statstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. I did have some prepared remarks. I do want to thank you for taking me out of turn. Judge Nerio is my driver today. And while I did have a little more to say, I'm also a good friend of Judge Nerio. But all of that said, I want to thank the governor for my renomination as a judge trial referee. I want to thank this committee for its consideration. I was first nominated and appointed to be a Superior Court judge in 1994. It was its sixth honor then, and until 2023, when I turned 70 and became a JPR. I work now about 3 days a week, doing many of the same things that I did previously. From 94 until 2017, I was assigned almost entirely to the criminal division of the court, presiding over numerous criminal trials in Norwalk, Stanford, and Bridgeport. I also served one term as the AJ in Stanford. In 2017, I was reassigned to Stanford, where I presided over juvenile court matters when we had the juvenile court there. And then for the last 8 years, I've been doing civil, also in Stanford, many, many kinds of civil matters, including my very first civil jury trial and many, many other court trials, pre-trials, trial management conferences, short calendar proceedings, research and writing decisions. I truly enjoy doing civil. The bar has been very gracious with me, supportive, and they educate me as they need to and as I appreciate. On a personal note, I've been married to Donna since 1983. We have 2 grown boys, and we were blessed with our very first grandchild, a granddaughter, just about 18 months ago. Thank you very much again. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. And I should have announced this at the beginning, but Representative Jacobson is recusing himself on this one. Senator Kissel.
Thank you very much, Chairman Staffstrom. Your Honor, congratulations. I can testify that over the years and speaking to Judge Gennaro, he's always spoken so highly of you. And when you said you're friends, I can attest to that from having spoken to him. I also think it's worth noting that clearly you face physical obstacles with whatever has befallen you as far as illness, and it hasn't stopped you at all. Your mind is still extraordinarily sharp as a whip. I am so happy that the judicial branch accommodates whatever special needs are necessary to allow you to do your job, and you do it extremely well. Everyone has the highest regard for your judicial prowess. I'm guessing that the foreclosure docket fluctuates down there in Stanford. I think in the last couple of weeks, a matter that I've appeared in was taken on the papers, and I saw on the notice that you were the presiding judge. So nothing's slowing you down. And I think that's important for the folks that are watching from home. We all have our challenges, some more self-evident than others. And it's how we respond to those challenges that really define us. And so not only am I so happy to see you here renominated to continue serving the people of the state of Connecticut, but you haven't let this affect you as far as performing a job as a servant to the people of the state of Connecticut. And also from the people that I've spoken to that know you on a personal basis, it hasn't embittered you at all. That you have an awesome sense of humor and you're mentally sharp and engaged and a tremendous outlook on life. And I think that's worth applauding. And so congratulations, Your Honor, and I look forward to your continued service to the people of the state of Connecticut. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Kissel. Thank you.
Further questions or comments from the committee?
Mr. Chair?
Yep, Representative O'Day, please.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, and everybody that's there. I'm just real quick, Your Honor. I just wanted to. Nobody on this committee would argue with my advocacy. I've been a vocal advocate for Stanford getting more resources, and your service in Stanford. I don't do any criminal work, but I'm glad to hear that you're doing more civil stuff. But your service to the judiciary, particularly in Stanford, is well known and appreciated by the bar and I know by other the staff. So thank you very much, Your Honor, for your years of service and continued service. Please don't stop. Thank you very much to the chairs, and thank you, Your Honor. Good luck.
Thank you, Representative.
Representative O'Day, I'll remind you that litigants in Fairfield County, under our venue statutes, which we recently had to clarify because of a couple decisions that seem to get it wrong. But litigants in Fairfield County have the choice of filing in Stamford or Bridgeport. So to the extent you'd like to come up and visit us in Bridgeport more, Representative O'Day, you're certainly welcome to do that as well. But Judge Kavanausky, I want to align myself with the comments of my colleagues. Obviously, having had the opportunity to appear before you a number of times over the years, I can attest to your ability as judge, and we appreciate your service to the state of Connecticut.
Thank you very much.
Next up will be the Honorable James Graham. Graham, if you could raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm as the case may be, the information provided to this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great, thank you. You can have a seat whenever you're ready.
Chairman Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, members of the committee present and participating remotely. I'm honored to be here. I thank Governor Lamont for nominating me to be a state referee. I was appointed to the bench in 1994. Since I was last before you, I've served as a criminal trial judge in Hartford and New Britain, a civil trial judge in Hartford, and a judge trial referee handling civil and criminal matters in Hartford. I love my job. It's a privilege to serve the people of Connecticut. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Questions, Representative Fishman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's a weird dynamic here today. I clerked for you for like a year.
A long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. And I learned a lot, and I thank you for that. You gave me the opportunity to learn. I was going through law school and I was clerking at the same time. It was my job to learn during the day at the courthouse, and I would fight with Andy all the time, because he'd give me some menial task, and I'd be like, "No, I want to be in trial. I want to learn." And Judge Graham, you were given some very difficult civil cases at that time, medical malpractice. I would have never gotten that experience without, because you had a reputation of being tough, and I was given the opportunity, and people didn't think that I was making the right choice by clerking for you, but I learned that you were just a big teddy bear. So I thank you for that. There's a story I tell up here frequently. I don't know that you ever heard this story, but I was in law school at the time, and you were always keeping us over late. I was always getting to school at Quinnipiac late. And one day I got a hold of maintenance, and I asked them for a ladder, and I changed your clock in the courtroom, changed it back 10 minutes. And a couple of days later, I went to you and I said, "Judge, your clock in your chambers doesn't match the one in your courtroom. They should be in sync, so you know what's going on. Which one do you think we should change?" You said, "Craig, which one do you think we should change?" And I said, "Well, Judge, I think you should change the one in your courtroom, in your chambers." So I changed your clock in the chambers back 10 minutes to match your back 10 minutes in the courtroom, so I was never late for school again. I tell that story quite frequently up here. It's an honor to be here today in this role, because I've worked with you, and I know that you're a good judge. And once again, congratulations on your renomination.
Thank you, and I'm glad you did not fall off the ladder.
All right, now that we can get out of the confessional, does anybody else have any questions or comments that they would like to make? If not, Judge Graham, I guess we will not hold the fact that either Representative Fishbein clerked for you or that you went to Michigan against you, but congratulations on your renomination. All right, next up will be the Honorable Arthur Haddon. Judge, if you could raise your right hand for me.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information provided this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Can have a seat, and whenever you're ready.
Representative Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, members of the committee, good morning. It is a privilege to appear before this committee for the fourth time. I do want to thank Governor Lamont for his nomination to reappoint me. I began my judicial career in 2002. Since that time, I've been assigned to the Judicial District of Fairfield, Waterbury, New Britain, New Haven, and New London. Primarily, I have been assigned to criminal matters, and primarily I have been presiding over jury trials. My status changed in 2021 when I became a judge trial referee, and my assignments did continue to be criminal, although I no longer presided over jury trials. I have found that the job of being a judge is both rewarding and challenging. It has given me the opportunity to make a positive impact on the people that have appeared before me and on society as a whole. And I hope that this committee will consider approving me for reappointment. I thank you for your time. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Questions from the committee? Questions from the committee? If not, Judge, congratulations. Thanks for being with us. The Honorable Joseph Shortle. Judge, you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information provided this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. And have a seat, and
Thank you.
whenever you're ready.
Senator Winfield, Representative Staffstrom, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, members of the Judiciary Committee, good morning. I am Joe Shortall, and first off, I want to thank Governor Lamont for nominating me to another term as a judge trial referee. Best job I ever had. I was appointed a Superior Court judge in 1994, and I served in that capacity for 15 years until 2009, when I became a judge trial referee. When I was sitting as a full-time judge, I sat in the civil, criminal, and family divisions in the judicial districts of New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury, and New Britain. Since 2009, I've sat as a judge trial referee in the judicial district of New Britain. I try non-jury cases as well as conduct hearings in foreclosures, prejudgment remedies, injunctions, and other contested matters. For several months during the pandemic, I was also assigned to hear family cases as well. I'm conscious of the privilege accorded me as a Superior Court judge and of the responsibility I have to listen carefully, to treat people fairly, to prepare diligently, and to decide cases promptly and in accordance with the law. I hope to continue to serve as a judge trial referee. Thank you for considering me, and I'm glad to answer any questions.
Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's quite an honor to be here today with you here.
Thank you, sir.
I understand now why you and Judge Graham have been friends for years, because you came in the same class, I guess.
Pretty much.
You know, my very first day in court as a clerk, Andy sent me up to short calendar. Never been in a courtroom before. Didn't know what it was like. And the gallery was full of lawyers. And I think it's the first time in my life that I had a panic attack. I had never experienced one before. And I had a panic attack. My chest, I was all sweating. I was hot. I don't know where it came from. I guess it came from the unknown. And you came out for short calendar. And your demeanor was so calming. It took a while, but my panic attack went away. I got a lot more comfortable. I clerked a bunch of your cases also.
You didn't change the clock in my chambers, did you?
No, sir, I did not. I didn't need to. But I don't know if you remember this, you know, back in those days, the results in the bar exam, the way you found out was you found out from the courthouse. They didn't post them online. I don't think we had the internet back then. You had to, they'd get faxed to the courthouse. And when I was clerking, you know, I'd taken the bar exam, and the morning of the bar exam, I said to Andy, just keep me busy. You know, I want to be doing mail. I want to be clerking a trial. And he set me up to clerk your case. And I was engrossed in the case, and about halfway through, Dave Johnson comes up and he gives a thumbs up in the window to the courtroom. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? I remember, oh my, the bar exam, right? And I broke out in tears. And you looked over and you called for a recess, so we went out in the back hallway. And Craig, what's the matter? I said, I just passed the bar exam. Congratulations. You know, so that's another of our crossing paths. And then I graduated from law school, and I attended a seminar that you gave about legal writing. And the first question, or the way you addressed the group initially, this is like 20 years ago. You said, are there any professional writers here tonight? I think one guy raised his hand. The room was full. He said, you got my first question wrong. If you're lawyers, you're all professional writers. I'll never forget that. I share that with people all the time. Up here, I tell people, you know, that lawyers make good legislators because we deal with language, and lawyers are professional writers. And it makes sense. The other thing that every single time that I sit down to write a brief, I think about a couple of things that you told us that night. To be concise and to be direct. You don't talk about matters, you talk about lawsuits. This is a lawsuit. It's not a matter. It's a lawsuit. And I use that, and I think about it every single time that I write a brief. So I thank you for all of that. I mean, it's been 25 years or so.
I'm glad it was helpful.
Extremely. And I appreciate your demeanor and everything I've learned from you.
Thank you, sir.
And once again, congratulations.
Further questions or comments from the committee? Seeing none, Judge, congratulations on your.
Thank you very much.
Next up would be the Honorable Barry Stevens. Stevens, if you could raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, the information provided this committee be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under penalty of perjury? Great. Have a seat, and whenever you're ready, we'll take your opening statement.
Good morning, Senator Winfield, Representative Stasham, Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, and distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. I am Barry Stevens, and I thank you for the opportunity today, and I thank Governor Lamont for nominating me for another term as a judge trial referee. Background, I practiced law for 16 years before becoming a Superior Court judge, 4 years in the practice of law, private practice of law, and 8 years as an assistant U.S. attorney. In a brief review of my judicial history, I was appointed to the Superior Court by Governor Loyal Weicker. I believe Judge Graham and I were the last appointments that Governor Weicker made before he left the governorship in November 1994. Although my area of concentration is civil litigation, during my career on the bench, I have served on all of the other judicial dockets, including criminal, family, housing, and juvenile. I presently sit on the civil docket in Milford, presiding over the foreclosure and housing dockets and conducting bench trials. In the past, I have served as presiding judge on the civil dockets in Bridgeport and Milford. I've also served as a presiding judge on the Bridgeport juvenile docket for 3 years. Of particular note, I served on the complex litigation docket in Waterbury for 4 years. Additionally, I was privileged to sit by designation on the Connecticut Supreme Court as well as the Connecticut Appellate Court, and on both those designations had the opportunity to write decisions. In summary, during 3 decades of service as a jurist, I have conducted thousands of trials and evidentiary proceedings, both jury trials and bench trials. I have issued many thousands of decisions in an effort to adjudicate disputes among our citizens in a fair, balanced, and well-reasoned way. I would be happy to address any questions that you may have.
Questions from the committee? Questions from the committee? Judge, let me just say, you probably don't remember this, but well, you know, consider my colleagues are sharing some war stories today. I'm going to share a war story. I was probably a 2nd or 3rd year associate, and I was in a case. I was matched up with a lawyer who was probably 35 years my senior at that point, and we were involved in a case, and we had a discovery dispute. And I wanted certain documents, and he didn't want to give them to me. And we went round and round and round, and he kept telling me how, you know, you're never going to get those documents. That's not going to happen, you know, da, da, da. And I wanted the documents. So I filed a motion to compel. And the case was pending up in Ansonia, up in Derby at the time. And the presiding judge was one of my now colleagues at my law firm. And he called us up and said, call this in for status conference to discuss the discovery motion. And we got up there, and he wasn't around that day, and you were filling in for him. And you walked in and you looked at the papers and you said, I got a motion to compel here. Why are you guys here on a status conference? Seems like you need somebody to call a ball or a strike. What are you doing here for a status conference? And I sort of said, I guess you're right, Judge. You know, that's sort of the way I saw it too. And, you know, of course, the other lawyer was like, well, I'm sure we can work this out. And he doesn't really need these documents and da, da, da. And you just looked at him and said, no, he's got a motion to compel. He wants the documents. I'm going to hear the motion to compel on whether he gets the documents or not. And you did. You set it down for argument. I think maybe we actually went out. You asked the parties whether we were ready to argue it that day. I think we went out on the bench. We argued it, and you called a strike. And I ended up getting the documents. The case settled 2 weeks later because the other side really didn't want to give me the documents that bad that they settled the case. But I've always appreciated that you're one of those judges that is not afraid to call a ball or a strike. And I think it's a quality that that is becoming of you, and I just wanted to commend you on that. So, because it's one of those things in the practice of law, like I said, as a 2nd year associate, I thought I was going to get steamrolled by somebody else, and you didn't let them steamroll me, and I appreciated that. So thank you.
Thank you, Representative Strauss.
Further questions or comments? If not, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
I never got the documents. The case settled before I got the documents. Very favorably. Next up will be Michael Wu. You could raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the information provided this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Great. Have a seat whenever you're ready.
Thank you. So good morning, Chairperson Staffstrom, to Senator Winfield, Ranking Member Senator Kissel, Representative Fishbein, to all distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. I thank you for this opportunity to be before you today. My name is Mike Wu. I thank Governor Lamont for nominating me for reappointment as a state referee. I was first appointed to the bench in 2018 and spent the first 3+ years of my judicial career in a block assignment in Torrington. They're working on civil, criminal, family, housing, juvenile matters. I was provided an excellent opportunity to understand the variety of matters that are heard in the Superior Court. I was then assigned to the Hartford Community Court for a year, where I worked with the team there to reinitiate that court after the pandemic. And thereafter, I spent 3 years in Hartford in GA 14, handling the domestic violence docket. Currently, I'm assigned to the community court in Waterbury, where we are reorganizing that court now to handle a wide range of quality of life matters in that community. It's been an honor and privilege to serve the state and the citizens of our state. I would be grateful for the opportunity to continue to work there and work as a judge trial referee. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. And again, thank you for your consideration today.
Questions or comments from the committee? Representative Fishman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, sir, on your renomination.
Thank you.
You're actively sitting the domestic violence docket at GA-14.
I was.
Okay.
That was until September. Then I'm now in Waterbury Community Court.
Okay. Just wanted to ask you, we have a bill this session having to do with domestic violence cases and convictions, and a judge issuing a criminal protective order at the time of the disposition, or they don't, stating on the record why they didn't do that. Do you have any opinion with regard to process, whether you would think that would be helpful? Just boots on the ground.
Okay, the question being is whether or not entering a protective order is helpful.
Well, it's the if you don't do that you state why you didn't do that. Do you think that would help the system?
Well, personally, I think it helps not only the system, but it helps all the parties involved. I tend to like to explain to all parties involved why I'm doing what I'm doing. It helps them accept that they may not agree with my decision, but I think it's always helpful to explain why you're doing what you are doing as a judge. But yes, I think for clarity of the record also, protective orders are very controversial, as you all know. And so I think it is, I don't think it's an imposition on the sitting judge in a domestic violence case to explain why they choose not to or choose to impose a protective order.
Okay, thank you for that. Looking at your backup about your education, we have a lot of continuing education information here, but there was one in particular I wanted to ask you about, and I'll read the line. It says, Judicial Branch 2024, assessing credibility, firearms, judicial ethics, the other side of prospect, novel legal issues in criminal trials. The firearms jumped out at me. Can you just unpack that? What was going on there?
Well, okay, it was part of the criminal, it was a criminal continuing education course, and it had to do specifically with the new statutes regarding firearms and some of the enhanced penalties, and I think at that point, if I remember correctly, it also had to do with the enhanced or the setting of no bond whatsoever, or setting a cash only bond.
All right, so it was continuing education given by the judicial branch, and those were generally the set aside topics that were dealt with during that continuing education.
Exactly. Those are the 4 courses that I picked.
Okay. I just, as laid out, I couldn't get that, but
Okay.
I understand now. So that's all I had. Thank you. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Further questions or comments? Seeing none. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. That will conclude our list of nominees. I believe there was one member of the public who signed up to testify. If they're here, Ralph D'Amato. Is Ralph D'Amato with us? Going twice, going 3 times. All right, then I will declare our public hearing for February 20th closed. I will convene our committee meeting for February 20th, and we are going to stand in recess for
15 minutes.
All right. All right. We're gonna stand in recess. We're gonna hope it's not a lengthy recess. Let's try to be back at noon. Okay. All right, we will try to be back by noon. So we stand in recess until then. Very seated.
Check.
This is a test for Zoom. 1, 2, 3. This is a test for Zoom. 1, 2, 3.
Test successful.
All right, I'd like to call back to order the Judiciary Committee meeting. What we are going to try to do is get through our list of nominees. I'm hoping we can put a bunch of these on a consent calendar in order to save our administrator's voice. And unfortunately, I'm told I have to read a fairly lengthy motion with respect to each of these though. So, all right. With respect to, let's start on our agenda. First, I will entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Stephen D. Eckert of West Hartford to be an associate judge of the Supreme Court and a judge of the Superior Court. I've got a motion from Senator Winfield, a second from Senator Kissel. I will note for the record, Representative Fishbein is abstaining. Is there discussion? Is there discussion? If not, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
Roll call vote on the Honorable Stephen D. Ecker of West Hartford to be an associate judge of the Supreme Court and a judge of the Superior Court. Winfield.
Winfield, in the affirmative.
Staffstrom.
Yes.
Flexer. Gadkar Wilcox. Pazino.
Yes.
Kissel.
Yes.
Blumenthal. Brown. Cabrera. Callahan. Chicarella. DiCaprio.
Caprio, yes.
Delaney.
Delaney, yes.
Dillon. Doucette. Dubitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston. Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard. Jacobson.
Yes.
Johnson. Khan. Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Marr. Miller. O'Day.
O'Day, yes.
Osborne.
Yes.
Pavlik D'Amato.
Yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Rahman. Roberts. Rutigliano.
Yes.
Sims. Beach.
Yes.
Walker. Wilson.
All right, moving on. Let me know, votes will be held open until 2:30. I'm trying to get the staff on it. All right, votes will be held open until 3:00. All right, next, I will entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Ingrid Mall of West Hartford to be a judge of the appellate court and a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Winfield, second from Senator Kissel. I will note for the record that Representatives Fishbein and Blumenthal are recusing. Is there discussion on the nomination? Is there discussion? Hearing none, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
Roll call vote on the Honorable Ingrid L. Mall of West Hartford to be a judge of the appellate court and a judge of the Superior Court. Winfield.
In the affirmative.
Staffstrom.
Yes.
Flexer. Gadkar Wilcox. Pazino.
Yes.
Kissel.
Yeah.
Brown. Cabrera. Callahan. Chicarella. DiCaprio.
Caprio, yes.
Delaney.
Delaney, yes.
Dillon. Doucette.
Yes.
Dubitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston. Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard. Jacobson.
Yes.
Johnson. Khan. Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Marr. Miller. O'Day.
O'Day, yes.
Osborne.
Yes.
Pavlik D'Amato.
Pavlik D'Amato votes yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Rahman. Roberts. Rutigliano.
Yes.
Sims. Beach.
Yes.
Walker. Wilson.
All right, moving on to the Superior Court judges, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Barbara D. Aaron of Clinton to be a judge of the Superior Court.
Second.
Motion from Senator Winfield, second from Senator Kissel. Is there discussion? Hearing none, I'll turn to Representative Fishbein for motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we create a consent calendar that we move the nomination of the Honorable Barbara D. Aaron of Clinton to said consent calendar.
Is there objection? Hearing no objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Claudia A. Bayo of Rocky Hill to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So second.
Motion from Representative Fazino, second from Senator Kissel. Discussion on this nomination. Discussion. Hearing none. Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we move the nomination of the Honorable Claudia A. Bao of Rocky Hill to the consent calendar.
Is there discussion? Or is there objection, I guess? Hearing none, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the nomination of the Honorable Laura F. Baldini of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? Is there discussion? Hearing none. Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we move the nomination of the Honorable Laura F. Baldini of West Hartford to the consent calendar.
Is there objection to placing the item on consent? Is there objection? Hearing none, so ordered. Next, I will entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Tejas Bhatt of Windsor to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Entering the public hearing, I knew about the issue with Judge Bhatt, his admonishment. I looked forward to the discussion on what occurred, the result of that. And I think that was favorable. I think that was helpful. Certainly resolved in my mind that I believe the individual has been contrite, understands perhaps a little better than he did previously, that even words that one thinks are in jest can be taken as something other than by other individuals. And I'm satisfied with the responses that we got during the public hearing. I intend to support Judge Bhatt here today. I don't think I was of that position walking into the public hearing, quite frankly. But that is my intention. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Further discussion on this? If not, let me, Senator Kissel, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chairman Staffstrom. Regarding Judge Bhatt, who hails from Windsor, where I grew up, in past years when we had judges that had problems in their past, either grievances or matters, and it had to do essentially with deportment. And again, an offhand remark taken in the wrong context can be a real problem.
Hold on, Senator Kissel. Representative Godfrey, could you please mute yourself? Thank you. Go ahead, Senator Kissel.
Thank you, Chairman Staffstrom. So I certainly not to belittle the problem that occurred when he made this remark. But in years past, when we had judges that had issues, frankly, I was surprised that they didn't really take any remediation efforts. They didn't take classes. They didn't ask the commentary of their peers, maybe to sit in on some matters. Now, this one was a little more tricky because it occurred in chambers. But nonetheless, responses of Judge Bhatt were that he really took it extremely seriously. He answered that he took a variety of measures to try to make it more clear to him and more at the front of mind what a position of honor and importance he has. And even an offhand remark that maybe with the intention of just being humorous can be taken as really cold, condescending, inappropriate, and really put an attorney, a litigant, or even just an individual that may not be an attorney feeling extremely uncomfortable. And we've said over and over and over, we don't want robitis. That's one aspect. But also, when people are in court, it's usually the most difficult time in their lives. And when attorneys are in court, it's a rare occurrence for many attorneys, and there's a lot on the line. And so things can be taken the wrong way. And so, seasoned judges know you just have to watch what you say at all times. Even though you may be light of heart, you got to rein yourself in. So I thought his responses were really spot on. Maybe even putting up a little sign in your chamber, as was another judge had done, reminding them that they're still wearing the robe, even though the robe may be on a coat hanger in the corner of that office. They're still the judge in the case. And so I was pleased that he took it very, very seriously, and I'll be supporting him this afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Winfield.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate all the work that Judge Bott did. And I know Judge Bott. I've known him for a while, even before he was a judge. And I'm voting for him. Having said that, all of that work, as important as it is, doesn't necessarily erase the impact on folks who are impacted by the things that are said and done by people in positions of power and influence. And, in the last number of years, there's been a lot of conversation about the approach of this committee to those who come before us to be judges or JTRs or sit in a space where they have a robe, and whether or not the committee has changed in its approach to those folks, how seriously we take things, how strong our approach is when people make mistakes. I think that it's highly appropriate for us to be that. We're conferring upon someone the power to not only judge the case before them, but to deeply impact the lives of the people who are in that courtroom, whether they be attorneys or persons who are coming to that courtroom because they have the issue. This committee should take it extremely seriously and recognize the impact may last no matter what someone who is in a position that Judge Bott is in to go through and try to make amends for what has happened. And so if someone votes for or against Judge Bott today, I think I completely understand it. And I would just, again, I think I've done this over and over again, just again, implore all of those who have the good fortune and privileges. Some of the folks who sat here today reminded us that this is a privilege to be in these positions, to be extremely circumspect, not only about what's right in front of them, but the lasting impact. The fact that someone who's in that courtroom who experiences some of the things that sometimes happens doesn't just sit in that courtroom and experience it, but goes out and lets people know what their perspective is on our system, how our system treats people. It is important in ways that we understand and sometimes in ways that we do not. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator. Further questions or comments from the committee? If not, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
Roll call vote on the Honorable Tejas Spa of Windsor to be a judge of the Superior Court. Winfield.
Winfield is in the apartment.
Staffstrom.
Yes.
Flexer. Gadkar Wilcox. Fazino.
Yes.
Kissel.
Yes.
Fishbein.
Yeah.
Blumenthal. Brown. Cabrera. Callahan. Chicarella. DiCaprio.
DiCaprio, yes.
Delaney.
Yes.
Dillon. Doucette.
Yes.
Dubitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston. Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey, yes.
Howard. Jacobson.
Yes.
Johnson. Khan. Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Miller.
Miller
O'Day.
votes yes.
Thank you. O'Day.
O'Day, yes. O'Day, yes.
Yes.
Havelock D'Amato.
Tomato votes yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Raman. Roberts. Tigliano,
Yes.
Sims. Beach. Yes. Walker. Wilson.
Next, I will entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination, the Honorable Donna M. Wilkerson Brilliant of Cromwell to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion from Senator Winfield, motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? On this one, I would just note, I know there was quite a few questions about the comportment scores that she received over the last term. I do believe those are a concern. I think, at least to my mind, she adequately addressed the questions that were posed by this committee on that. I do hope that she is receiving the additional training and assistance that she indicated, and that she will continue to avail herself of those resources. Look, we all have room to improve in our jobs, no doubt about it, and seemed like she adequately addressed the questions, so I'm prepared to support her today. Without further discussion, Representative Fishbein for motion.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we move the nomination of the Honorable Donna M. Wilkerson Brilliant of Cromwell to the consent calendar.
Is there objection placing the item on consent? Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Eugene R. Calistro Jr. of Guilford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move.
Okay, motion from Representative Quinn.
Second.
Second from Senator Kissel. Discussion on this nomination. Seeing none, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we move the nomination of the Honorable Eugene R. Calistro Jr. of Guilford to the consent calendar.
Seeing no objection, that's so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination for the Honorable Carl L. Carasquilla of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. I will note that Representative Osborne is recusing herself. Is there discussion? Is there discussion? Seeing none, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
Roll call vote on the Honorable Carol L. Carasquilla of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court. Winfield.
In the affirmative.
Staffstrom.
In the affirmative.
Flexer. Gadkar Wilcox.
Senator
Fazino.
Gacker, Senator Gacker Wilcox votes yes.
Thank you. Fazino.
Yes.
Kissel.
Yes.
Fishbein.
Yes.
Blumenthal. Brown. Cabrera. Callahan. Chicarella. DiCaprio.
Caprio, yes.
Delaney.
Delaney, yes.
Dylan.
First, whatever.
Set.
Yes.
And this is alphabet.
Kibitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston.
On camera.
Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard. Jacobson.
Yes.
Johnson. Khan. Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Marr.
Mar votes yes.
Miller.
Miller votes yes.
O'Day.
Yes.
Osborne. Oh, sorry. Tabasamato.
Tabasamato votes yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Raman. Roberts.
Yes.
Rutigliano.
Yes.
Sims. Beach. Yes. Walker. Wilson.
Next, I'll entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's.
Gaston votes yes.
Thank you, Senator.
Next, I will entertain a motion to favorably report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Courtney M. Chaplin of Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Seeing no discussion, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we move the nomination of the Honorable Courtney M. Chaplin of Hartford to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of favorable report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Susan A. Connors of Old Lyme to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion on this nomination. Seeing none, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Susan A. Connors of Old Lyme to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing none, that's ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of favorable report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Tracy Lee Dayton of Weston to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nomination? I guess I would just note again for the record, this was a situation where there was a bunch of questions about the comportment. Again, I hope that there's improvement on those scores as time goes on. Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Tracy Lee Dayton of Weston to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of favorable report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Nuella E. Droney of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Nuella E. Droney of West Hartford to the consent calendar.
Is there objection to placing the item on consent? Seeing none, that's so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of favorable report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Lisa Grasso Egan of New Haven to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion by Kissel, second by Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none, Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we move the nomination of the Honorable Lisa Grasso Egan of New Haven to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing none, that's ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of favorable report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Barbara A. Hoffman of Clinton to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So move. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none. Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Barbara A. Hoffman of Clinton to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered.
Thank you. Next, I will ask if there's a motion to favorably report on the nomination of the Honorable Daniel J. Clow of West Hartford.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Representative Quinn, seconded by Senator Kissel. Is there discussion? I would say that Representative Stafford, our committee chair, had to recuse himself from the vote. Is there discussion? Seeing that, Madam Administrator, when you're ready.
I'll vote on the Honorable Daniel J. Clow, West Hartford, to be a judge of the Superior Court. Winfield.
Winfield in the affirmative.
Sathram. Sorry, sir. Gadkar Wilcox.
Senator Gacko Wilcox votes yes.
Pazino.
Yes.
Kissel.
Yes.
Fishbein.
Yes.
Blumenthal. Brown.
Representative Brown votes in the affirmative.
Cabrera. Callahan. Chicarella. DiCaprio.
Caprio, yes.
Delaney.
Delaney votes yes.
Dillon. Doucette.
Yes.
Ubitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston.
Senator Gaston votes yes.
Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard. Jacobson.
Jacobson, the affirmative.
Johnson. Khan. Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Miller.
Miller votes in the affirmative.
O'Day.
Yes.
Osborne.
Yes.
Havelock Tomato.
Tomato votes yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Rahman.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Partigliano.
Yes.
Sims. Veach. Walker. Wilson.
Thank you. Next, we'll entertain a motion of favorable report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Ronald E. Kowalski of Norwalk to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved.
To move.
Motion. All right, we're gonna give it to O'Day. O'Day got the motion. We're gonna give O'Day the motion. We're gonna give the second to Kissel. And we're gonna ask if there's any discussion. There's not, so Representative Fishbein is gonna make a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Ronald E. Kowalski II of Norwalk to the consent calendar.
Seeing no objection, that's so ordered. I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Ann E. Lynch of Granby to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Kissel, second from Winfield. Discussion, seeing none. Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Ann E. Lynch of Granby to the consent calendar.
Is there objection to placing the item on consent? Seeing none, that's so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Jennifer Matrowski of Windsor, to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
That's a motion from Kissel, second from Winfield. Discussion on the nomination. If not, Representative Fishbein.
Yes, Stastrom, I make a motion that we move the nomination of the Honorable Jennifer Matrowski of Windsor to the consent calendar.
Seeing no objection, that is ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Stephanie A. McLaughlin of Stamford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Seeing none, Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Stephanie A. McLaughlin of Stamford to the consent calendar.
Is there objection to placing the item on consent? Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Peter A. McShane of Madison to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Seeing none, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Peter A. McShane of Madison to the consent calendar.
Is there objection to placing the item on consent? Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion for report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Margarita Hartley Moore of Milford to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Margarita Hartley Moore of Milford to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. Next, we'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Maureen Price Borland of Durham to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Seeing no discussion, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Maureen Price Borland of Durham to the consent calendar.
Without objection, that's ordered. Next, we'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Stuart D. Rosen of Avon to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion, seeing none. Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we move the nomination of the Honorable Stuart D. Rosen of Avon to the consent calendar.
Without objection, that's ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of Norma I. Sanchez Figueroa of South Windsor to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion, seeing none. Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Norma I. Sanchez Figueroa of South Windsor to the consent calendar.
Is there discussion? Seeing none, that's so ordered. Or objection, I should say. Seeing no objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Joseph D. Schwartz of West Hartford to be a judge of the Superior Court. Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Representative Fazzino. Is there discussion on this nomination? Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Joseph B. Schwartz of West Hartford to the consent calendar.
Is there objection to placing it on consent? Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Before we get on to the next candidate, I think I need to recuse myself.
I'll announce that. Next, I'll entertain a motion of fair report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable James Field Spallone of Iverton to be a judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. The record will reflect Representative O'Day is recusing himself. Is there discussion on this nomination? Is there discussion? Seeing none. Representative, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
A roll call vote on the Honorable James Field Spallone of Ivoryton, to be a judge of the Superior Court. Winfield,
Winfield, in the affirmative.
Safstrom.
Yes.
Flexer, Gadkar Wilcox,
Senator Gadkar Wilcox votes yes.
Pizzuto,
Yes.
Kissel,
Yes.
Fishbein.
Yes.
Blumenthal, Brown. Cabrera.
Representative Brown votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. Cabrera. Callahan. Chicarella. DiCaprio.
DiCaprio, yes.
Delaney.
Delaney, yes.
Dillon. Doucette.
Yes.
Dubitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston.
Senator Gaston votes yes.
Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard.
Yeah, I believe so.
Jacobson.
Yes.
He's the only-
Johnson. Khan.
He's the only-
Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Mar.
Mar votes yes.
Miller.
Miller in the affirmative.
O'Day. Osborne.
Yes.
Pavlock Tomato.
Block Tomato votes yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Brahman.
Yes.
Roberts.
Roberts, yes.
Retigliano.
Yes. Sorry for the delay.
No worries. Sims. Veach.
Yes.
Walker. Wilson.
Yes.
All right, moving right along. Next, we will turn to our next set of nominees. First, I will entertain a motion of fair report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Susan Quinn Cobb of West Hartford to be a senior judge of the Superior Court.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion on this nominee? Is there discussion? Seeing none. Representative Fishbein for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Susan Quinn Cobb of West Hartford to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion of fair report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable James Sicilian of West Hartford.
So moved.
James Sicilian of West Hartford to be a senior judge of the Superior Court. Is there discussion on this nomination? Or sorry, I guess I need a motion first.
So
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Now is there discussion? Seeing none, Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable James Sicilian of West Hartford to the consent calendar.
Without objection, that's ordered. Moving on to our state referees, I'll entertain a motion in favor of the report on the nomination of the Honorable John M. Alander of Hamden to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable John M. Alander of Hamden to the consent calendar.
Without objection, that's ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Thomas A. Bishop of North Stonington to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we move the nomination of the Honorable Thomas A. Bishop of North Stonington to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable John L. Carbonell Jr. of East Lyme to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable John L. Carbonell Jr. of East Lyme to the consent calendar.
Is there discussion? Or is there objection? Seeing no objection, that's ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion in favor of report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Susan E. Karen of Bloomfield to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Suzanne E. Caron of Bloomfield to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Robert A. DeAndrea of Litchfield to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. The record will reflect that Representative Osborne is recusing herself. Is there discussion? Seeing no discussion, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
Roll call vote in the Honorable Robert A. DeAndrea of Litchfield to be a state referee. Winfield,
Winfield, in the affirmative.
Staffstrom,
In the affirmative.
Flexer, Gadkar Wilcox, Pizino,
Yes.
Kissel,
Yes.
Fishbein,
Yes.
Blumenthal, Brown,
Representative Brown votes in the affirmative.
Cabrera, Callahan, Chicarella, DiCaprio,
Caprio, yes.
Delaney,
Delaney, yes.
Dillon, Doucette,
Yes.
Dubitsky,
Yes.
Elliott, Gaston,
Yes.
Gilchrist, Godfrey,
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard, Jacobson,
Yes.
Johnson, Khan, Lamarck Muir,
Yes.
Lesser, Mar,
Mar votes yes.
Miller,
Miller votes yes.
O'Day,
O'Day votes yes.
Pavlock Tomato,
Tomato votes yes.
Perillo, Quinn,
Yes.
Brahman,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Rutigliano,
Yes.
Sims, Beach,
Yes.
Walker,
Yeah.
Wilson,
None of my.
All right, next I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Maureen D. Dennis of Southport to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Seeing no discussion, Rep. Fishbein for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Maureen D. Dennis of Southport to the consent calendar.
Without objection, that's so ordered. I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable John C. Driscoll of Norwich to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion, seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable John C. Driscoll of Norwich to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Dennis G. Everly of Hamden to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion, seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Dennis G. Everly of Hamden to the consent calendar.
Without objection, that's ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Robert L. Gennario of Norwalk to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Robert L. Gennario of Norwalk to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. Next, I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable James T. Graham of Bloomfield to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Representative Fishbein, second by Senator Kissel. Is there discussion? Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable James T. Graham of Bloomfield to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Arthur C. Haddon of Branford to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. Discussion. Seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Arthur C. Haddon of Branford to the consent calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable John F. Kavanowski Jr. of Norwalk to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion from Senator Kissel, second from Senator Winfield. The record will reflect that Representative Jacobson is recusing himself. Is there discussion? Hearing none, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
roll call vote in the Honorable John F. Kavanowski Jr. of Norwalk to be a state referee. Winfield,
Winfield, in the affirmative.
Staffstrom,
Yes.
Flexer, Gadkar Wilcox,
Senator Gadkar Wilcox votes yes.
Pacino,
Yes.
Kissel,
Yes.
Fishbein.
Yes.
Blumenthal, Brown,
Rep. Brown votes yes.
Cabrera, Callahan, Chicarella, DiCaprio,
Caprio, yes.
Delaney,
Delaney, yes.
Dillon, Doucette,
Yes.
Dubitsky,
Yes.
Elliott, Gaston, Gilchrist, Godfrey,
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard, Johnson, Khan, Lamarck Muir,
Yes.
Lesser, Mar,
Mar votes yes.
Miller,
Miller votes in the affirmative.
O'Day,
O'Day votes yes.
Osborne,
Yes.
Havelock Tomato,
Havelock Tomato votes yes.
Perillo, Quinn,
Yes.
Rahman,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Retigliano,
Yes.
Sims, Beach,
Yes.
Walker,
Yeah.
Wilson,
Yes.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Joseph M. Shortle of Bloomfield to be a state referee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Representative Fishbein, second by Senator Kissel. Discussion, seeing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Joseph M. Shortall of Bloomfield to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing none, so ordered. I'll entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Barry K. Stevens of Stratford to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Senator Kissel, second by Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? Hearing none, Rep. Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move the nomination of the Honorable Barry K. Stevens of Stratford to the consent calendar.
Is there objection? Seeing no objection, so ordered. And last but certainly not least, especially because he stuck with us and is still in the room at the end of all this, I will entertain a motion to favor report on the governor's nomination of the Honorable Michael Wu of Canton to be a state referee.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Senator Kissel, second by Senator Winfield. Is there discussion? I sure hope not. Representative Fishbein.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we move the nomination of the Honorable Michael Wu of Canton to the consent calendar.
Hearing no objection, that is so ordered. Madam Administrator, before you call the consent calendar, I'm going to ask the staff, the caucus staff, to please reach out to legislators and let them know we are closing the vote at 1:30. Apparently the weather is getting kind of nasty out there and we'd like to get folks out of here sooner rather than later if we can on the staff. So caucus staff, please reach out to members and let them know that the votes are closing at 1:30. All right. Madam Administrator, if you could please call the consent calendar.
The consent calendar today is consisting of to be a judge of the Superior Court, the Honorable Barbara D. Aaron of Clinton, the Honorable Claudia A. Bayo of Rocky Hill, the Honorable Laura F. Baldini of West Hartford, the Honorable Donna M. Wilkerson Verlant of Cromwell, the Honorable Eugene R. Calistro Jr. of Guilford, the Honorable Courtney M. Chaplin of Hartford, the Honorable Susan A. Connors of Old Lyme, the Honorable Tracy Lee Dayton of Weston, the Honorable Nuala E. Droney of West Hartford, the Honorable Lisa Grasso Egan of New Haven, the Honorable Barbara A. Hoffman of Clinton, the Honorable Ronald E. Kowalski II of Norwalk, the Honorable Anne E. Lynch of Granby, the Honorable Jennifer Mashorowski of Windsor, the Honorable Stephanie A. McLaughlin of Stamford, the Honorable Peter A. McShane of Madison, the Honorable Margarita Hartley Moore of Milford, the Honorable Maureen Price Borland of Durham, the Honorable Stuart D. Rosen of Avon, the Honorable Norma I. Sanchez Figueroa of South Windsor, the Honorable Joseph B. Schwartz of West Hartford, to be a senior judge of the Superior Court, the Honorable Susan Quinn Cobb of West Hartford, the Honorable James Sicilian of West Hartford, to be a state referee, the Honorable John M. Olander of Hamden, the Honorable Thomas A. Bishop of North Stonington, the Honorable John L. Carbonneau Jr. of East Lyme, the Honorable Suzanne E. Karen of Bloomfield, the Honorable Maureen D. Dennis of Southport, the Honorable John C. Driscoll of Norwich, the Honorable Dennis G. Evely of Hamden, the Honorable Robert L. Genario of Norwalk, the Honorable James T. Graham of Bloomfield, the Honorable Arthur C. Haddon of Branford, the Honorable Joseph M. Shortall of Bloomfield, the Honorable Barry K. Stevens of Stratford, and the Honorable Michael Wu of Canton.
Please call the roll.
Roll call vote on the consent calendar. Winfield,
Winfield, in the affirmative.
Staffstrom.
Yes.
Plexer. Gadkar Wilcox.
Senator Gadkar Wilcox votes yes.
Pazino.
Yes.
Kissel.
Yes.
Fishbein.
Yes.
Blumenthal. Brown.
Rep Brown votes yes.
Cabrera. Callahan. Ciccarella. DiCaprio.
DiCaprio, yes.
Delaney.
Many votes yes.
Dillon. Doucette.
Yes.
Dubitsky.
Yes.
Elliott. Gaston.
Senator Gaston votes yes.
Gilchrist. Godfrey.
Godfrey votes yes.
Howard. Jacobson.
Howard votes yes.
Thank you. Johnson. Khan. Lamarck Muir.
Yes.
Lesser. Marr.
Mar votes yes.
Miller.
Miller, yes.
O'Day.
O'Day, yes.
Osborne.
Yes.
Havelock Tomato.
Mar votes yes.
Perillo. Quinn.
Yes.
Rahman.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Rutigliano.
Yes.
Sims. Veach. Walker. Wilson.
Thank you. As noted, the votes will stay open till 1:30. I know the chambers are in the middle part of next week, so we will start our substantive hearings in this committee on Friday. So our first subject, substantive bill public hearing will be Friday in this committee. Wait for an agenda that should be forthcoming. With that, everybody have a nice weekend, get home safe, and we stand in recess until 1:30.
The treasury was not involved in this bill.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Are you talking to me, Kirsten? I'm sorry.
Everybody. Okay. Can we? Representative Howard, do you wanna? When you're really quick, do you want names as well?
Yes, I'm a yes.
All right, so let's do. For Supreme Court, Stephen Ecker of West Hartford. Representative Howard, how do you vote?
Yes.
Senator Miller, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to do
I'll put my
everybody together if I
camera on. Yeah,
can.
there you go.
Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl Wilcox, how do you vote? Perillo?
Yes.
Sorry, Chris, can you say that one more time? I didn't.
Don't worry about it. This is gonna be for Supreme Court, Stephen Ecker of West Hartford.
Yes.
And then for Supreme Court, for Ecker, how do you vote? For who? For Ecker?
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite goal of West Hartford, Senator Gadkar Wilcox, how do you vote?
I said I got Carl Wilcox, so it's yes.
I can mark a yes for all. If you like.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Gadkar Wilcox, yes.
Yes.
Senator Miller?
Yes.
Representative Roberts?
Yes.
Rep. Howard? Perillo? All right, what do we? Do you want to go one at a time?
Sorry, Perillo's yes. I apologize.
That's okay. Raman?
I just want to make sure you didn't miss anything.
How would you like to vote for Judge Mole of West Hartford?
Yes.
Okay. And Justice Ecker, West Hartford?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. So everybody for that one. Okay, and Howard, are you a yes on that one? Representative?
You talking with me, Christian?
Representative Howard.
I'm a yes. Yes, sorry.
No, it's okay. There's just a lot of them. This one's gonna be for Judge Tejas Ba of Windsor to be a judge of the Superior Court. Senator Gadkar Wilcox.
Yes.
I have Senator Miller.
Yes.
I already have you. Senator Rahman. Senator Perillo.
Yes.
Rep. Sims. Rep. Howard.
Rep. Sims is a yes.
Thank you.
Rep. Howard is also yes.
Thank you. Roberts, Rep. Howard.
Roberts is a yes.
Okay. Carol Caraswilla of West Hartford Superior Court. Senator Perillo.
Perillo votes yes.
Senator Miller, I've got you. Rep.
Okay,
Howard.
I'm gonna leave. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Kristen, did I miss anything else? I thought it was just a couple.
You missed 11. You missed.
Sorry, I'm here.
You missed Robert DeAndrea. How would you like to vote on him?
Yes.
And I have you for everything else. You're all set.
Okay, thank you, Kirsten.
Yep. Representative Roberts, let me look real quick. Okay, Roberts, you're all set. I want to thank you so much. Senator Perillo, if I could have you for the consent calendar.
Yes on consent. Thank you.
Okay. Yep, and then just. Okay, so 1191, which is Thank you for being patient. There's a lot of them. Daniel Clow, West Hartford. How would you like to vote?
Yes.
Okay. And Jamie Spallone of Iverson.
Yes.
Okay, and then last two. Robert DeAndrea of Litchfield.
Yes.
And Kavanowski of Norwalk.
Yes.
All right, you are all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Howard. Kara Squilla of West Hartford.
Madam Clerk.
Yes.
Oh, 1 second, Representative Sims, if you can give
Okay.
me 1 sec. Plow of West Hartford.
Yes.
James Spallone of Iverton.
Yes.
Robert DeAndrea of Litchfield.
Yes.
And then Kavanowski of Norwalk.
Yes. Thank you, Kirsten.
You're
Have
all
a good
set.
weekend.
Thank
Drive
you.
safe.
You too. Representative Sims. Can I have you for the consent calendar?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Can we do Ecker of West Hartford for Supreme Court?
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Yes.
Okay. Mole of West Hartford.
Just trying to make sure.
Yes.
And Senator Marr, actually, can I have your vote for Mole of West Hartford as well?
Yes.
Sorry, Kirsten, yes.
Okay, awesome. And then Senator Marr, the only other one that you missed was for Ecker of West Hartford.
Yes.
All right, you're all set. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good
Yep.
weekend.
You too. All right, and then Representative Sims, just double check for 1179. Kara Squilla of West Hartford.
Yes.
Plow of West Hartford.
Yes.
This is Jamie Spallone of Iverton. Yep. Spallone. Representative Sims.
Yes.
How would you like to, okay. And then
A vote.
DeAndrea of Litchfield.
I vote yes.
Okay, and then your last one, which is Kavanowski of Norwalk.
I vote yes.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, Kristen.
You too.
All right.
Hi, Representative Delaney.
Hi, am I just wanted to check in to see if I missed.
All right, no, you're all set, Representative. Have a great weekend.
You too, and drive
Take
safe.
care. You too.
Okay, I believe I have to vote.
Oh, there you
Well-
are. There's Senator. Yeah, that confused me. I was wondering,
All
I was waiting for you to pop up. Okay, great. Yes, if you could first vote on the consent calendar.
I vote yes.
Those two. And Ecker of West Hartford.
Yes.
It's Mole of West Hartford.
Yes.
Tejas Spot of Windsor.
Yes.
Kara Squilla of West Hartford.
Yes.
And that was the device.
Wow of West Hartford.
Yes.
Spallone of Iverton.
Yes.
DeAndrea of Litchfield,
Yes.
and then Kavanaugh of Norwalk.
Yes.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Senator Lesser, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hi. Hello?
Senator Lesser?
Hello?
Yes. Can you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, are you able to turn a camera on at all or no?
I am not. Can you record my attendance?
Yes. Yes, we were marked as attending. Can you hold on 1 second?
Were there?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do you have a question?
Were there roll call votes?
Yes, we did a consent calendar roll call and then we pulled off probably 6 for members who needed to recuse themselves of the vote.
Okay. And I can't, was the consent calendar a vote?
The consent calendar was a roll call.
Oh,
You wanna-
no. Okay.
Do you want to hold on just 1 second? Or do you want to try to, do you want me to resend you a link to jump on the video?
I'll try again. I don't think I'm technically able to do it, but I will try.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, let me try. Bye.
Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
You waiting to vote too?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. It's been a day. It's been a week.
Yeah. One holiday and it sets all the committees off.
I know. I know. That is true. Yeah, it's just we should have more time, we need more time to become experts and um it's just too much.
Yeah, it goes really fast.
Yeah.
Report the votes.
Hi, sorry about that, Representative Khan. I have record numbers here. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, cool. So we have a long consent calendar. The folks that we pulled off the consent were for members who needed to recuse themselves. So for the consent calendar, how would you like to vote?
Yes.
Okay, and then for the roll call, for Ecker of West Hartford,
Yes.
for Mall of West Hartford,
Yes.
Taylor Spot of Windsor,
Yes.
for Paris Willa of West Hartford,
Yes.
Plow of West Hartford,
Yes.
Spallone of Ivoryton,
Yes.
DeAndrea of Litchfield,
Yes.
and then we've got Kavanowski of Norwalk.
Yes.
Excellent, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Senator Cabrera,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for your patience. So
No
we
worries.
pulled, I'm sure you probably just heard, the folks that we pulled off were for the members who needed to recuse themselves. So did you want the, how do you want to vote for the consent calendar?
I vote yes.
Okay, and then for Ecker of West Hartford,
Yes.
Mall of West Hartford,
Yes.
Bot of Windsor,
Yes.
Paris Willa of West Hartford,
Yes.
this is Plow of West Hartford,
Yes.
Spallone of Ivoryton,
Yes.
DeAndrea of Litchfield,
Yes.
and then Kavanowski of Norwalk.
Yes.
You're all set.
Have a good weekend.
You too, take care, Senator.
Bye-bye.
Representative Gilchrist.
Hello.
So good to see you. How would you like to vote in the consent calendar?
Yes.
Okay, and then it was Ecker of West Hartford.
Yes. So many West Hartford people.
Yeah, and as I'm doing the rolls, I didn't realize almost all were West Hartford. Wall of West Hartford,
Yes.
Bot of Windsor.
Yes.
This is Carasquilla of West Hartford.
Yes.
29. This is Plow of West Hartford.
Yes.
Spallone of Ivoryton.
Yes.
DeAndrea of Litchfield.
Yes.
And then we've got Kavanowski of Norwalk.
Yes.
Okay, all right, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Senator Gaston.
I am here. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I'm so glad you jumped back on. Okay, so I've got you for the consent. How'd you like to vote for Ecker of West Hartford?
Yes.
Mole of West Hartford,
Yes.
Bot of Windsor.
Yes.
And the last one I need you on is Kavanowski.
Yes.
Yep, Kavanowski. Okay, you're all set.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
week.
you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Representative Johnson.
Hi, Clerk. How are you?
The Price is Right. How are you?
I'm good. I was in GAE. I almost missed it. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
So we're panicking. No, you're perfect. Okay, so we
Perfect.
have the ones we pulled off the consent were for the members who needed to recuse themselves.
Okay.
So for the consent, how'd you like to vote?
I would like to vote yes on consent.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the roll call votes separately, for Ecker of West Hartford,
I vote yes.
for Mall of West Hartford,
I vote yes.
for Bot of Windsor,
Yes.
for Carasquilla of West Hartford,
I vote yes.
for Plow of West Hartford,
Vote yes.
for Spallone of Ivoryton,
I vote yes.
for DeAndrea of Litchfield.
I vote yes.
For Kavanuski of Norwalk.
I vote yes.
You're all set.
Oh, great. Thanks so much. Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
You too. Enjoy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.